So the one thing about me is that I'm a reflect. I'm gonna always like look at my life and figure out, dang, like what what would I have needed at like my hardest moments in my life, and how can I be that for somebody else, you know? I remember hearing a quote from just like a random thing I was reading that said, be the person that you always needed in your life. And I think when I was at my lowest point of like poverty, things happening in my life, you know, I'm trying to do good toward other people, but they're trying to make it seem like I'm the problem. Like, you know, I'm standing for what I know to be just and what is right. And y'all acting like I'm tearing apart a family, or, you know, I'm trying to come against this person, come against that person, but really y'all are the enemy. What would I have needed in that moment? And I would tell myself is, listen, you don't understand the power that you possess. That's why you keep feeling defeated. And people around you, a part of witchcraft is understanding how to get into the mind of people. Why is that? Because the word of God says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So here's one of Satan's biggest things is to try to get you into a trap of thinking something that you're not. You know, the Apostle Paul, he encourages us, don't think too highly of yourself than you ought to. You know, love each other in brotherly love, abhor evil, all of these other things. But one thing that King David says, he says, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. You understand? So you have to know how to stand within your authority as well. Because you got a lot of satanic people who will try to reprogram you to think something about yourself that is not true. Like, for example, you got a lot of black people out here that think they are the minority. And my business, you know, in itself is a minority woman owned business, quote unquote, by the government. But at the end of the day, if the Lord said, I will make your descendants as numerous as the sand on the seashore, how then are we the minority? How are we the minority? No, I got to get what I got to get out of this lifetime in order to, you know, work the system how it should. But nonetheless, I'm not stupid. We are not the minority. I'm the majority. You know how many black people there is walking around here? And if people keep telling you you are the minority, you would think there's not so many of us. There's not so many of us, so we got to band together. We got to do. Baby, you're the majority. In the world at large, you're just scattered. That's it. You are scattered. Yeah, I've been at the University of Florida where I've been a part of the minority where genuinely out of 55,000 students, you may have 5,000 black people or minorities, which includes Asians nowadays. Okay? So at the end of the day, we have to talk about this mental programming. And I say this because there's people within our lifetime who understand the gift of life that's within us. So even myself, I've mentored many women. I've tried to edify, I've tried to breed confidence, you know, because I feel like people deserve that opportunity to live a confident life. And what I find is that people will come around you, get around you in order to grab hold of your gift and go because they are thieves. They are thieves and they want to rob you of the confidence. No, not share in the confidence that you have inside of you. They want to rob you of that, leave you with nothing, and go on and act as if that confidence comes from them themselves. You understand that your confidence, your love, your being, your essence comes from God. But they simply want to disarm you and then reprogram you to make you believe that you are the problem. You are the scum of the earth. Don't you know I've had several people in my lifetime try to do that? People whom I loved, I put down for you. I made sure. No, no, no. She's not like that. No, I'm going to defend your honor even though I was defending the wrong thing. I was defending you because you made it seem as if you were on my side. You loved me and I loved you, but no, this ain't no Barney situation. This is a whole massacre that is underway and is done in portion and is done in part in order to reprogram your mind to make you think less of yourself than your God given birthright. Come on now. And the moment that you start thinking that way is the moment you have relinquished your power. So I relinquished my power to certain people. And it created a certain resentment, because I was mad at myself from not being able to understand what they were doing. But at the end of the day, I had to come to the realization that I must love you past the hate that I once experienced for you. You hated yourself. And if I absorb that hate, then I give you exactly what you wanted and you win. I'm not meant to hate, I'm meant to love. I'm meant to give something into this universe that's going to shape shift people's life. Listen, now I'm not called to be a dummy or somebody who's stupid. So that don't mean I have to sit and wait for you to, someday come to your senses and then we'll fellowship again. And no, you're a son to Satan. You his son. And that goes for women too. That's a kindred spirit with Satan when you want to steal, kill, and destroy. And at the end of the day, no, you might have, got me on one realm, but I'm a son of the living God, okay? I'm a daughter of the living God. This is what we have to tell ourselves. So for me, I think my life changed when I was able to extend love toward people who do some grimy, conniving, evil things. And love does not mean that I have to sit at the table with you. Love says, God, I honor you more than I hate this person. I honor you more than I resent that person. Because you said the evil and the wicked will not go unpunished. So I have to now trust in you. Now my battle is different because I was thinking that my battle was against them. But my battle is now on a trust level with my Father. Okay? So for those of you who are battling a thing out there, don't allow people to get in your mind that you start believing that you are less than, that you start believing that you deserve subpar things, because you don't. They just simply want to give off to you, or what they would call reflect upon you, what they've been feeling their entire life, and you don't win here. You don't win because I'm still not you. And guess what? You're still not me. Because I don't exchange my power in that way. Power exchanges. Yeah, spiritual exchanges. I don't give you that. I do not consent to relinquishing my power. I have to consent, either overtly or unconsciously. But I don't submit to that. You're still going to be you. You're still going to fight yourself. You're still going to find yourself competing against people where you don't compare. We're in different weight classes. I, as a heavyweight, should not be fighting a lightweight. That makes the depreciation of my title, all the more significant. Now, you're a heavyweight. What are you doing? You're contending with a class that you shouldn't even contend with. What are you doing, Chris? Have I contended with lightweights? Absolutely, because I put them on their back. I felt like you wanted to come into the arena, so I'm finna, knock you down. Not understanding that too was gonna knock me down. But I thank God for every realm He's kept me from not, entering into a rink. Just don't get into the rink. Let them talk, but don't get into the rink. Show them better than you can tell them. Love you much.